You start.
Okay. You start. I'm declining to start.
Because I always say the same thing.
So do I.
Hello, welcome to our March update.
It's March. Sometimes means spring, sometimes means winter. We don't know what it means here anymore.
I haven't said in one of these videos that I'm training for the Riga Marathon. It's May 7th, and I'm tired of running in the snow, so I really want it to be spring weather.
And for those of you that know me, know that I do not like running, so I don't run, so I don't have to worry about the ice and snow and slush on the sidewalks. So I want it to stay winter and snowy. But that's not always good for all of us that are marathon training.
It's not up to us anyway.
It's not.
What is up to us?
What is up to us is that I'm going to Lithuania at the end of the month for still unsure exactly what to call it.
It's a training.
It's a training, but it's at a camp area place thing, similar to Erglasbarni, for those of you who know what that is. But yeah, it's in Lithuania, and it's with a group in Liepāja, here in Latvia, that does very similar work to what we do, but just with youth in general. So they're conducting the training, and it's funded and supported by the Erasmus Plus program, which is an initiative from the EU. And anyway, so going there, of course, my context, my experience with camp is that it's in summer, but there's still snow on the ground everywhere here, so I don't know what it's going to be like, but it'll be fun. Hopefully it'll be 7 days, all in English, thankfully, because people from Lithuania and Georgia and Poland should be there, so should be good. Hopefully a lot of takeaways to bring back to us here at Lighthouse that we can implement and do, and then also, of course, just engaging with people from other organizations that maybe we can partner with, or at least, get some kind of wisdom, information, help from. So should be fun.
And then in April, we're going to Prague because it's our 10th anniversary.
10 years. Can you believe I've stuck around her for that long? Wait. Can you believe she stuck around me that long?
We're really excited to take a quick little weekend break. I kind of anticipated doing more of these types of trips when we first moved here, but COVID and work and things get in the way.
So for those of you that have gone to Prague, maybe you can send us some what to do, what not to do, what to make sure to see kind of stuff, because we've never been there. I did discover in my Google map looking, there is a very not safe for work named burger place that I kind of want to go to just to see, because it's incredibly inappropriate. So I'm not going to say the name here. But when we saw the name, we're like, wow, Europe is so different from the United States, because no place in the U.S. would name their burger place this.
Prague is still Eastern, but it's a lot more Western than Latvia, so we'll compare and contrast burgers and other things.
It'll be 4 days, right? 13th to the 17th, something like that. So a little Airbnb, kind of right in the middle of Old Town, like 200 meters from a Starbucks, so we'll feel very American.
We miss Starbucks. I miss Starbucks. But as you can tell, we're planning for the spring and the summer, praying about what that will look like. We've applied for a grant that could hopefully fund our summer activities.
That would be amazing.
Keep praying with us that will come through and that we'll be able to do all the fun things that we want to do. As we mentioned in our last video, we will be in the U.S. for most of June, so we'll see you then.
Yep. Book up your time with us, because you want to hang out with us. We want to hang out with you at the various places that there are to hang out and be seen and do stuff.
But now let's rewind what has happened in the last month.
We went to another orphanage here in Riga. So it's an extension of the Riga Orphan Court, kind of grouping of organizations and government, housing, youth center type situations. And so from that, we've engaged with several youth I've talked about possibly doing our financial management class with them. Thankfully, they're actually doing one right now, and so we'll kind of get the information that they presented, see how that works within our kind of program, our curriculum, see what needs to be changed, see what needs to be added, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully start doing that in the early fall. That'll be really cool to engage with them more. They seemed really excited, just that, we exist and that we're here to work with youth after they turn 24. Because that's the model that the Riga Orphan Court has developed is 18 to 24. We, of course, are 18 to 30, so that'll be great.
It was my third or fourth orphanage that I've been to in Latvia, and it was definitely the nicest. Definitely seemed like the staff cared about the youth that were there, and they're probably, sad that they're not able to support them after 24. So we are happy to step in at that point or any point after 18.
And from what we've seen from the two that we have visited now in Riga, the staff really do engage with the youth. They really do care. There seems to be a great relationship, which...
They have to care because they don't get paid anything.
Exactly.
It's not like they're in it for the money or any other reason. Like, these are good people in a broken system.
And
just like in the U.S.
Exactly.
Just like everywhere.
And it kind of bucks the trend that we've come to know, at least from the countryside orphanages, that the orphan directors, more or less don't care, and they're just trying to kind of, keep the youth alive, but then get them out. And so it's good to see that is changing in Latvia. It sucks, of course, that these organizations, that these agencies still have to exist, but the trend is changing. So for the better.
So we did that this past month. We celebrated Lighthouse's 5th birthday.
We turned 5.
Which was really fun. We had a party and we had a delicious cake.
Oh.
And we all said our favorite parts about being involved in the Lighthouse for the past 5 years or however long we had been around. And some of these answers were really sweet. Just to hear them say that they're appreciative of the help that they have been given and the relationship that we've fostered together. So we feel happy. We feel like we're on the right track for year 6 and beyond.
But yes, it was fantastic to have people there and to be together for our 5th birthday. I've been to Ergli a few times in the past month, helping with the girls' cabin, finishing that up. They had huge problems with the bathrooms leaking and all kinds of stuff, so they're just tearing everything out and redoing it.
It's the oldest building on the campground at Ergli.
You can tell. And so a youth that we've been a bit connected with because of Otra Elpa last summer has been going out there for the last month or so, helping our friend Talis redo the construction. Gets him busy, gets him some experience, and me going out there, bolsters that connection with him. So that's been really good. Having some sauna nights out there, which is really nice because, sauna is good, as us Latvians know. Some of you Americans know.
And then we finished a 7-week training that we were doing. There's an organization called New Hope, and one of their workers is in Sarajevo, Bosnia. And she trained us in this method of telling the Bible in stories and fostering healing conversations and kind of inspiring hope in that way. And what's happening in Sarajevo sounds really interesting. They've run this program a few times and ended up forming house churches afterwards. So we don't know when we'll use this. We don't know what God will do with it, but we're excited to have completed our training. Frees up our Mondays a little bit more because that was 2 hours every Monday that we were on Zoom with her. But
and of course it's difficult doing, Zoom meetings, Zoom conversations, Zoom classes, but it was really good, I think, for the 5 of us to do that together.
Yeah, it was good team building.
And in the past, we've done Bible studies, which are, of course, they're fun and they're kind of loose, but yes, they're directed. But it's mostly just, okay, what are your thoughts on this? How does this, apply to us? What is God trying to tell us? Those kinds of typical Bible study things. And then we've also had a Saproti Sevi, or Understanding Yourself class, which is mostly geared at trying to tell our stories, especially if they're, for our youth that have lots of trauma, but tell our stories without reliving the stories. And so maybe this Healing Conversations class can kind of bring those two together. But yeah, like Kelly said, we don't know how we're going to use it, but it was really cool. It was really good.
I wanted to remind you that if you are signed up to the Lighthouse Transitional Care newsletter every month, you're now getting a mid-month email. And that is, I think, a really important email that we've added on. I'm calling it prayer notes, and they are just candid letters from our staff about what's going on. Our newsletters are the best place to really find out what's going on with our youth, because we can't necessarily talk extremely candidly about that here. I've made these videos public now just because, and all of our other social media content is public. So if you want to hear some behind the scenes candid stories about exactly what's going on with our youth, exactly how to pray, know exactly what the needs are, that email is going to be important. And it's coming out later this month, a little bit later, because we are slow. Because I'm having our social worker Datse write it, and she needs a little bit more time to reflect on her first year of working with the Lighthouse, which is coming up. So she's
big year for us.
She's going to tell the newsletter audience all about that and what has most impacted her during her first year here. So if you're not signed up for those emails, there's always a link in the description of this video to sign up, and you can hear all about that. So far it's been really cool. God has answered some prayers through that newsletter already, so I'm excited about it.
Thank you for those that are reading it. For those not reading it, please do. A wealth of information, like Kelly said, that you will not find anywhere else because of safety and just all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So again, you can sign up down below. You can there's all the ways to connect with us down below, social media, our website, everything. So check that out, and we'll see you next month. Bye.
Bye.